everyone, welcome to the show, Biker Angle. Before we begin, we got the members only site up now, BikerNewsNetwork.com. You can go over there, any donation you like to give. I don't care if it's $2 a month, that'll get you access to the members only content, which we will be putting a lot up there in the near future, only for members only. No more censorship and stuff like that. Also, we got a community chat board we just put up. So let's get it populated and get going. Talk about anything you want. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Today, we are going to talk about this. It is from the Penn Live. Man charged in 78 Paxton Plaza bombing was embarrassed by the, quote, poorness of the job. All right, this is out of the Life and Culture, and this is by Deb Kinner. Now, the picture shows right here where two bombs were made of dynamite exploded at the Paxton Plaza on October 6, 78. I guess this has to be a nostalgia story because it's everywhere. Back then, the U.S. Army sent a bomb squad over there to dispose of it. Anyway, let's get going into the story here. And this does have biker-related things, but it gets down in more of the story. 12:45 a.m. on October 6, 78, packages of dynamite exploded at Paxton Plaza at 157 Paxton Street in Harrisburg, destroying the building. If anybody who remembers this out in that area, put it in the comment section, man, if this story is correct or not. Because they are alleging that a member of the Pagans was paid $6,000 to do this job. So, let me know your thoughts. According to the story in the evening news on October 9th, two bombs exploded shortly after midnight and destroyed the interior of the modern one-story office building occupied by a number of firms. The blast blew at least one hole in the building, blew the doors off, and sent shattered glass and debris into the nearby parking lot. An Army bomb squad detonated a third bomb around noon on Friday, October 8, because it could not be disarmed safely. 4 other bombs were disputed. You think they had enough bombs in this damn thing, man? I think one, stick of dynamite would have done its job, but man... They went forward, didn't they? An agent with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms said cleaning fluid and kerosene had been doused on the wall, carpet, desk, and filing cabinets. Why go to all that trouble, man? You just stick up, you dip it in toilet paper, put it up on the roof. Kind of like Goodfellas, man. Set that thing on fire, nobody else gets hurt. The bomb, holy cow. 7 bombs. For this one little place, there's other businesses in here. They put 7 bombs on there. The 7 bombs had been wired together to a 6-volt battery and a traveler's alarm clock and stretched across the front wall of the office building. According to the evening news, the dynamite had been stolen from the New Jersey Zinc Company in 73. So... yeah, it looks like whoever had it, man, they were back in 73, man, that's what, 45, 46 years ago? Stuff was easy to get back then, it had to be, man. There was no technology like there is today. And yeah, I guess that stuff was probably, candy to a lot of people back then. In August of 80, a federal grand jury indicted the owner of the building, Hep A. Seiders, 27, only 27 years old. Seiders paid former Pagan motorcycle gang member $6,000 to destroy the building so he could collect the insurance money. $6,000, I guess, was a lot of money back then in 78. But, was he collecting the insurance? What is it? Maybe back then with inflation and all that stuff? I guess, maybe a couple $100,000, but... I think the club got ripped for $6,000, man. It should have been more than that. Anyway, there's the picture of the bombs, or the ATF bomb squad. At the time he was charged, Seiders was serving a 10-year term in federal prison for mail fraud and selling counterfeit coins. He hired Franklin Kiefer, 41, of Kunkletown, Monroe County, former president of the Pagans Motorcycle Club, to commit the bombings. Seiders was introduced to Kiefer by Joseph Sniski, a partner in his mail-order coin business, who also was convicted for selling counterfeit coins. Sniski was sentenced to 3 years in prison. Sniski was found not guilty at trial of participating in the bombing. Yeah, there's some of the damage right now from that bomb. It surprises me that it didn't have a bigger bang than that, man. Just look at it. The walls are pretty much intact. The frame, nothing kept on. Nothing looks like it caught on fire. Former Pagan Robert L. Wanger pleaded guilty to conspiring with Kiefer. Kiefer, who testified at the trial as Sniski, said he only collected half of the fee because he was embarrassed by the sloppy bombing. Yeah, well, let's take a look at the bombing again. Yeah, it didn't quite do its job. Anyway, Wagner testified that he only took the job because Kiefer was too busy distributing pornography to do the job. Oh, so he, okay. Testified. Wagner's wife, Jean McGee, was charged with giving false statements to the grand jury. Also charged in the case was Seiders' attorney, Richard Friedman, who pleaded guilty to mail fraud by submitting insurance claims. They had quite the racket going on back then, it looks like. In October of '80, Seiders pleaded guilty in federal court to 1 count of conspiracy and 1 count of being an accomplice in the bombing. In return for the guilty plea, the U.S. attorney dropped the other counts against him in the bombing and recommends Seiders be sentenced to 40 months in jail, beginning at the conclusion of his first mail fraud sentence. Let's see here. What do we got here? Seiders is awaiting trial on those charges and remains in Cumberland County Prison. Let's see here. In March of this year, Seiders was charged with killing his wife. Wow. Who has been missing since 2012. Maybe we'll cover that in a second. Yeah. U.S. Army and U.S. Treasury bomb squads hug the ground. But yeah, that's that bombing back then. Let's take a look at this story real quick here. The House of Death. Husband to stand trial in death of woman missing since 2012. Now, again, this was a guy who was involved in this, this bombing and stuff like that. Hap A. Seiders is escorted from his preliminary hearing to a police cruiser by law enforcement. Seiders is charged with criminal homicide. This by Sean Sorrow. Hap A. Seiders, who is charged with killing his wife, is headed to stand in Cumberland County. His charges include criminal homicide, tampering with or fabricating evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Nasty, you freak. Stem from the 2012 disappearance of his wife, and District Judge Catherine Silcox ruled in a preliminary hearing Wednesday that enough evidence exists to send the charges against him in court. The charges were announced by Cumberland County District Attorney when police pointed to evidence including blood on property and human bones found in the fireplace ash in a couple's Silver Spring Township home where it is believed she was killed. The evidence was again discussed at the Wednesday hearing, where the police sergeant David Jenkins asked her questions from the prosecutor, recalling a conversation which the handler of the dog trained to detect human remains. Man, there's the image of her. Man, this guy sounds like a real good guy. I'm not going to go all the way into this stuff, but this is the guy that was involved in that bombing and stuff. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys remember this? Because I'm having a hard time recalling this incident. But if you're around that area, let me know in your comments what you guys think about how it was back in the 70s, man. It was like the wild, wild west. That is something that cannot happen today because all the technology and stuff. And yeah, that was just some wild stuff back then. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the video, and don't forget our members only section now where you get exclusive content. all you have to do is make any donation you want to make, man. You know, we're not looking to get rich off of it. We're just looking to get, you know, some support with all the fees and stuff we have to put out there. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later on the next video.